Hello and welcome. We are here at Public Media Network, and for tonight's show we have our special guest from Big Smiling Faces. Please stick around. We will be right back. Hello, my name is Svetlana Stone, and you are watching Spotlight in a Zoo. Thank you for being here. We are pleased to have Casey from Big Smiling Faces here tonight to talk about special way to delivering a Big Smiling Faces to kids at Bronson Hospital. And thank you for being here with us tonight, Casey. How was your day?
It was great. Thanks so much for having me. This is a really great opportunity, and I'm so excited to be here.
We're so happy to have you here. And could you please tell us about your background and how did you become involved with Big Smiling Faces?
Sure, I'd be happy to. So my name's Casey McGill, and I live in the Kalamazoo area with my husband, Chris. We're expecting a baby boy on the way in a few weeks here. And I started Big Smiling Faces back in 2013, so we've done deliveries for 6 years now. And what we do is we bring big stuffed animals like the ones you see here.
That's so beautiful.
to Bronson Children's Hospital in Kalamazoo. And our goal is always to deliver 40 stuffed animals because there's a maximum of 40 children who can be in there at one time. And we did meet our goal this past year, so that was exciting. And yeah, we do it during the holiday season.
That's wonderful. And it's important to our viewers to understand the why aspect. What motivates you? What inspires you to do this type of work? And what interests you about this work?
Yeah, so a couple things sparked the idea. I've always loved kids and knew that I wanted to do something for kids in the community. And my husband and I were shopping back in 2013, and we were in one of our local stores, and we were looking at holiday decorations because it was in the fall right before the holidays. And we had turned down this aisle, and we noticed there were all these big stuffed animals just like this lined up down one of the aisles, and you know, you can't help but laugh and smile when you see them all smiling back at you. And so I of course had to get one and put it in my cart and wanted to go get our groceries with it. And when you're walking around the store, it's funny because you know, other people are like, oh, where'd you get that? It's so funny and fun, and both kids and adults. So that combined with one of my favorite books right here, The Last Lecture by Randy Pausch, sparked the idea. So in the book, Randy talks about how he was diagnosed with terminal cancer, and he talks about achieving your childhood dreams, and he talks about how he accomplished his childhood dreams and shares fun stories from his childhood. And one of the stories that I love in the book is when he talks about how he loved going to carnivals with his family, and he would love to play the games to try to win like the biggest stuffed animal in the park, and then when he would win one, he would love putting it on his shoulders and walking around and just seeing everyone's reaction. So that was one of my favorite stories, and that really resonated with me because my husband and I had gone to a carnival recently at that time, and someone had won a huge monkey with this big smile on his face, and they took it on one of the rides with them. And it was so funny because he got his own seat and he was buckled in, and my husband and I were just like cracking up watching him like spin around on this ride, just having the time of his life, you know, the stuffed monkey was having a great time. So between the story and the carnival and then seeing these stuffed animals in the store, I just said, I got it. This is what I know I want to do. I want to bring them to kids, and what better place than to bring them to kids who are in a hospital who, you know, are going through a tough time and could definitely use a smile.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful inspirational stories.
Thank you.
That you're sharing with our viewers. Is there any obstacles you foresee, and if yes, what obstacles you overcome?
I don't think we've had any obstacles. It actually was surprisingly easy to get started. when I knew I wanted to do something, I had talked with my family about it, and like I said, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And then when I determined what it was I wanted to do, it ended up being pretty easy getting it off the ground running. I just started purchasing some of the animals in the store, and then I created a Facebook page, and my friends and family helped to donate that year, and we delivered 20 stuffed animals the first year. I had called up Bronson Children's Hospital, and I talked to the staff there, and I told them my idea, and they were really excited about it. There are other people who bring in other donations around the holidays and smaller stuffed animals, but they love the idea of us bringing in these huge stuffed animals, and so it worked out really well, actually.
Why you decided to bring big animals, big stuffed animals? Because you could end up with the little toys, you know, something that is very small and easy to care, but you become with this big idea.
Yeah, I just love the impact of like bringing in this huge stuffed animal, and these aren't even some of the biggest ones that we've brought in, because I just think it's so fun for the kids to see this big smiling face, like looking back at them. And our name has a double meaning, Big Smiling Faces. It's the smiles on the stuffed animals' faces, but I also hope that when we bring the stuffed animals in, it'll put big smiling faces on the kids' faces as well.
It does. I can tell it from my own experience. It does. When you go and see those animals, it makes you smile, yeah. And you mentioned earlier that your goal is to provide every child at Bronson Children's Hospital with a stuffed animal, and especially during the holiday season.
Yes.
So what is your vision of Big Smiling Faces?
Oh, like my dream for it in the future? Right now, like I said, it was awesome. We met our goal this past year. I would love someday, my dream would be to expand it to other children's hospitals in Michigan. That would be really neat to be able to have enough donations that we're able to go to more than just Bronson Children's Hospital and share smiles with children in other parts of Michigan as well.
This is wonderful. And how can people connect with Big Smiling Faces when you deliver your stuffed big animals? Is there any way how children would contact you back or say thank you, or their parents? How people can connect with your?
Yeah. So there's a few ways. So when we deliver the stuffed animals, each time we go, I tie tags on all of them that says Happy Holidays from Big Smiling Faces, and it has the Facebook link to our page on the tag. So we've actually gained some donors who have been parents of children who received the stuffed animals because they realized how it brought a smile to their child's face, and they wanted to put smiles in other children's faces as well. So so people have found out who have received the stuffed animals that way, and then online, just on our Facebook page, the word has been spread. Like I said, it first started out with my friends and family knowing about it, and now there's people in the community who I don't even know who have donated, so that's been really neat.
So people can connect to you through the Facebook?
Yes, so they can go to Facebook and type in the search Big Smiling Faces, and then it'll bring them to our page where they can find information about what we do and see the pictures. And there's even pictures of some of the kids who have received the stuffed animals on that page. And then they can also find the link on there to donate as well.
Thank you very much. And thank you for being here with us today.
Thanks for having me.
We have learned so much and are going to learn more about Big Smiling Faces right after the short break. Thank you for watching us. Please stick around. We will be right back.
Music education has several academic, social, and developmental benefits. In terms of academic benefits, involvement in music increases memorization skills and improves test scores. Music students are more empathetic, make friends more easily, and have greater self-confidence than those who are involved in music.
I've gained a lot of friends through orchestra, which is nice. It's nice that we all have this common thing that we all do.
Improved coordination and fine motor skills, in addition to increased discipline, patience, and creativity, are all developmental benefits of musical involvement.
Music has impacted me in a sort of way that I can't really describe, even in just words. It's my entire life.
Welcome back to Spotlight in a Zoo. For those of you who just tuned in, we are here at Public Media Network with Casey of Big Smiling Faces and Matt Fox, the father of child who received a stuffed animal from Big Smiling Faces during one of his hospital stays. Thank you for being here with us tonight. And I would like to say thank you again for finding a time and come to our show.
Of course.
And we
Yeah,
would like to
definitely.
learn more about the Big Smiling Faces project and about the children who received your Big Smiling gift. And I would like to start with you, Matt. As I understand that your child was in a hospital when he received this big stuffed animal, could you please share with our viewers what does he feel, his reaction, and maybe a little bit story about this?
Sure.
Experience.
So my son was diagnosed with osteosarcoma in November of 2016, and his second hospitalization was at Bronson. This was all very new to us. It was around the holidays, so he wasn't at home with his friends or with family. And I believe it was almost the second day we were there, the child life coordinator came in and said, "Would you like to stuffed animal?" So he's 14-year-old kid, boy, we're thinking, no, he probably won't want one. No, he said, yes, I want one. And we went into this other room, and the room was full of big smiling face stuffed animals, and it was great. I think it took him like 10, 15 minutes to choose one out of all of them, and this was the one that he chose.
That was the one.
Yep, he had the turtle. So, no, and it just, that kind of set the tone to have something that was comforting, you know, being in a new place, scary things going on, to have something that calmed him down, and this was great.
So you were there present when he was.
Correct.
That's wonderful. Being a parent of child who is in a hospital, what did you feel when you saw those big animals? You said there is a big room filled with all animals. How this affected you personally as a parent and your life?
I think it was a grounding experience, because we're looking around, seeing IV drips. We're seeing, we're seeing the nurses come in, machines that go bing, and you're looking around, and this is a difficult environment for anyone to be in. And to go into this almost like Neverland full of, these, stuffed animals was just, it just put a lot of people at ease, and it was just a great experience to have that. It just brought a little personal comfort into the rooms, for the kids.
Yes, this your son was sharing about his experience. Like you probably visited him often, but not every day. And this big animals, did he share with you like about his experience, how it was help him to, like you said, to be by himself at the time that the family was not able to visit him?
Well, one of them is he didn't have his cats or dogs, and so next best, thing to have something to squeeze, to hold on to, that was soft, to lay his head on. How can you not look at that turtle and, smile, and just even to take their mind off or something for 10 seconds is huge for these kids, and to have something that is tangible for them is
So it was
amazing.
not only bringing a big smile to his face, but also make him feel comfortable.
Of course.
And safe. That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing your story. And Casey, could you please tell to our viewers your story that has been meaningful to you, and as you have full of your desire to help children during their most difficult time in their life?
Yeah, definitely. So going along with what Matt said, my Aunt Peg was actually diagnosed with cancer, and she's since passed, but when she was going through her time in the hospital, which she was there quite frequently, she had this stuffed kitten that she just loved, and she's an adult, and I could see how much it meant to her. So if a stuffed animal could bring so much joy and comfort to an adult, I figured, to kids, it could definitely bring joy and a smile to them as well.
That's wonderful. Matt and Casey was sharing with us that you also were start donating stuffed animals and help to support her project. Mm-hmm. Could you please tell us more about this and how it helped you to heal?
Well, I think part of it was great was being on the unit is walking by each of the rooms and seeing the other kids with these giant stuffed animals, so yeah. It was like you were saying, the carnival. It was like a big carnival where everyone won, and had these, big animals for them, and it was just, it was just very helpful and comforting, and we really appreciated it. A lot of people just don't think of, what these kids are going through day in and day out, as I said, away from family, away from friends, away from school, during holidays, to have just something that they can hold on to.
Thank you. And Casey, what is your hope and dreams? Could you tell us about your plans for growth?
Yeah, definitely. So as I mentioned earlier, my dream would obviously be to expand to other children's hospitals, or even to do multiple drop-offs at Bronson Children's Hospital throughout the year. Right now, our next donation time is going to be in December of 2019, but that would be awesome if we were able to not only expand to other locations, but to be able to go more frequently throughout the year as well.
That's wonderful. And how people can support Big Smiling Faces?
Yeah, so they can go to our Facebook page. All they have to do is go to up in the search bar and type Big Smiling Faces, and it'll bring them right to our page, and they can find information on how to donate. Also, we would love it if they would be willing to share our information with their friends and family and others in the community to just spread the word. That's just as powerful as a donation. So
I think that's how we connected too, is I saw the Facebook site, and you had asked, can we post a picture of Ethan with, the turtle, and then just, each year popping up and being able as parents to also give back, to keep this going in a lot of kids' memories. So
that's wonderful. This question to both of you guys, actually. Do you have any advice to the people who are watching us right now, to the people they would like to start something similar, the project? What would be your advice, or maybe they want to also follow their dream that they have in their heart? What would be your advice for them?
Yeah, so I would just say to not only follow your heart, but follow your passion. Everyone has something that they're passionate about doing, and who knows, maybe in the process you could make a difference in someone's life.
Thank you.
We're finding giving is contagious. Is once you have an idea, it just snowballs, and so many people come together that want to support, that want to help, and for them to have the venues to do that through these different fundraisers is a great piece for them. So
that's wonderful. This has been a great opportunity to learn about the Big Smiling Faces project. Stick with us. We will be right back. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. I really enjoy to learn a story about your son. Thank you so much for sharing, and to learn about Big Smiling Faces project and the impact you're having in the community. If there's anything else you would like to share with our viewers, something that we may missed.
Yeah, I would just like to say thank you to all of our donors who have given over the years. Like I said, we've done it for 6 years now, and people have very generously given, including Matt and his family. And we've had not only my friends and family, but parents, like I said, just like Matt, of kids who have received stuffed animals have donated, and other people in the community. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who has given throughout the years.
I think Casey has inspired us to also give back. Her organization came in at a time of need for us that was very important, and for us to able to kind of carry that on through various projects too. And just want to thank you and appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you. And before we are going to leave, I would like to invite to our show our show director, Marianne Hill. Please come in.
Hi, Marianne.
I'm actually on set to crush this interview, which I don't normally do, but I had the privilege of meeting Casey one night at Bronson Hospital during the holidays, and I was there for my mom, and I just wanted to say how much joy it brought me to walk in that night and see all these huge stuffed animals spread out on these rugs, and then be able to help her and her mom take them up the elevator to the floor. And I think the biggest thing I learned that night that I thought was such a beautiful endeavor that you do is, with the HIPAA laws, you cannot personally give out these big stuffed animals to the children, and that you bring them in, but then you have to wait and just see if they respond back to you on Facebook to hear about their experiences with these animals. And I just thought that was really wonderful of you, and it just brought joy to me as well. And
Thank you
I had
so
a little
much.
shift, kind of like the Ellen DeGeneres show.
Oh,
I wanted to give you.
thank you. You're welcome. Thanks so much. That's so cute.
I had to give them.
Thank you.
welcome.
It's adorable. Add them to the
There you go.
set there. Oh, thanks so much.
Well, this concludes this month's edition of Spotlight in a Zoo. If you want to know more about Big Smiling Faces project, check out this information below. And if you know someone or would like to be on our show, please contact to Public Media Network. And thank you so much for being here with us tonight. See you next time.